In this exploratory practice, we are going to be combining vision drills. That means getting your eyes in the mix because, like every tissue in the body, if you don't use or train your eyes, you lose them. So we're going to add a lot of eye mobility into this practice to improve our balance. Now, I have a ball with me. We're going to be using this ball later on in the practice. So if you don't have a ball that looks like this, you could grab a tennis ball, anything that's spherical in shape. It could also be a foam roller, anything that you can slide underneath the soles of your feet. So we are going to get started today, and you can add that ball just towards the top of the mat where we'll be using that in a few. So meet me on your backs. Slowly make your way there. And just take a moment to close your eyes and tune in to your breath. Take these moments to set an intention or dedication for your practice for today. And be open to new discoveries, new paths. Take an inhale through your nose. And I want you to slightly tuck the tailbone underneath you. As you exhale, push down through the feet as you lift the hips up. Try to remove the back bend from this. Really think long, nice spine. Lower down your hips with control. Exhale, drive the hips up. Lower down on your inhales. 8 more, just like that. For 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Reach your right leg up high towards the sky, and I want you to teeter between pointing your right toes and flexing your right foot. Really imagine as if you could pull the right toes towards your chest, and then draw little tiny circles, allowing this movement to come from your ankle. And if this is your first movement practice for today, it's always really important to get into your ankle mobility, to warm up the ankles. They're often an afterthought. And then bring your right foot down to meet the left. Inhale, point your left foot up high towards the sky. And then teeter between pointing that left foot and flexing that left foot. Maybe even spreading the toes as wide apart and drawing those little tiny micro circles with that left ankle. Notice what's there, and notice if there are any differences in the movement of your left ankle compared to your right ankle. Beautiful. Left foot meets the right. Take another inhale to just slowly rock your way up towards the very top of your mat. From here, come onto your hands, wrists directly underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. Take a couple of wrist circles just to get into the wrists. And feel free to be animalistic in your movement. Play around with spinning the eyes of the elbows forward, getting your arms and your shoulders in that external rotation. Maybe even turning the palms so that the fingers are pointing towards opposite sides of your mat and creating those circles once again. Awesome. We're coming into our first vision drill, our first visual drill of the day. I want you to reach your left leg back. Think bird dog. As you reach your right arm forward, thumbs up with the right thumb pointing up towards the sky. From here, I want you to bring the thumb up, and as you bring the thumb towards the sky, I want your eyes to follow the thumb. Don't let your head follow the eyes. I want this movement to strictly come from your eyes. So you feel the eyes moving in your eye sockets. So bring the thumb up, let your eyes follow the thumb. Then bring that thumb down, down, down. Let your eyes go down. Bring it up. We're going to do this for 8 more times. You could go as fast or as slow. Just let your eyes follow that right thumb. You should feel your body building heat as you do this, and that's great. Our eyes are directly connected to our strength input and our strength output. Beautiful. Go ahead and just shake it out a little bit. We're going to add a progression here. This time, as we bring the thumb to different directions, I want your head to be moving while your eyes maintain their gaze onto the thumb. So from here, I want you to move your head to the right, move your head to the left, but keep your eyes focused on that right thumb. Do this for 6 more times. Beautiful. Lower your right hand down, lower your left leg down. Awesome work. Go ahead and just shake it out, maybe bypassing through cat and cow pose. And if you notice, your body is building a lot of heat just from those simple eye movements and the simple head movements. So we're going to work those same vision and visual drills on the other side. This time your right leg reaches back. Think bird dog as your left arm reaches forward. From here, take that left thumb up, let your eyes follow the thumb, and then bring that thumb down. Do this for 9 more times. Awesome work. Go ahead and lower your left hand and your right leg down and just shake it out a little bit. Now, adding those progressions, we're going to move our head side to side and up and down while our eyes maintain fixated on that left thumb. So reach your right leg behind you. Think neutral, flat spine. And now move your head. Move your head, but your eyes are focused on that thumb. Beautiful. Lower your left hand down, lower your right leg down. Go ahead and tuck all 10 toes behind you. Cruise back into your downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal out through your feet. Elevate the shoulders towards your ears. And then from here, I want you to walk your feet towards a space in between your wrists into a gentle forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, inhale, flatten your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, to stand. Grab a hold of your ball, just roll it underneath your right foot. And I want you to just massage the right sole with the ball. Just rolling it in the foot arches, rolling it underneath the heel, getting the toes involved. Maybe you let the toes grip the ball. Just applying a little pressure onto the feet. Now, our feet, the soles of our feet in particular, have hundreds and thousands of nerve endings and mechanoreceptors. That's why our feet tend to get very sensitive. And that's for all of you who are ticklish in your feet. That explains why. Then you move the ball underneath your left foot. You might find a sensitive area towards the inner blade of your feet. But just be exploratory here. Feel free to grip the ball with your toes as well. And then whenever you're ready, just move the ball off to the side. Now just take a moment and feel how much grounded your feet feel onto the earth. Notice the grip and notice the foot arches strengthening. Notice how the toes can better grip the earth underneath you. You're creating this firm connection to the earth. And just find your Tadasana for a moment. And now we're going to test out our balance. So, beginning with balancing on the right leg, bring your left knee towards your chest. It doesn't have to go so high, just lift it up from the ground. Keep your gaze forward. And what we're going to do is we're going to move our eyes and our head to different directions. So, beginning with facing forward, take an inhale to prepare. Now I want you to shift your gaze and eyes towards the right. Notice if your body is making any kind of micro adjustments to keep you in this position. Shift your gaze over to the left. Real fast, I know. But notice what your body is doing to keep you balanced. Then shift your gaze up towards the sky. Now shift your gaze down. Lower your left foot down to meet the right. Goodness gracious. Now from here, we're going to balance on that left leg. So bring your right knee up high towards your chest. Just lift that right leg up. Beginning our gaze forward. Now we're going to shift the gaze over to the right, real fast. Shift the gaze over to the left. Shift your gaze over up towards the sky. Then shift your gaze down. Lower your right foot down to meet the left. Now we're going to do something called an air hunger drill. So I want you first to test this movement onto your body. And in neuroscience, we have this saying, sensory before motor. So it's really important to be able to test our desired movement and then retest after we apply the sensory stimuli. So you could test your rotation and see how far back your right hand reaches behind you or your left hand. You could test your shoulder flexion and check out where your shoulders are in relations to your ears. Then I want you to just walk your feet to the width of your mat. Take an inhale through your nose. We're going to exhale out through the nose, and on empty lungs, when there's no oxygen in your lungs, we'll take as many squats as you comfortably can. That could be 4, that could be 6, that could be 8. I want you to be able to recover your natural breath in 2 breaths through the nose, okay? This drill isn't going to work if you're panting for your breath. So take an inhale. Exhale out through the nose. Take as many squats as you comfortably can. Recover your breath in 2 breaths through the nose. Beautiful. Walk your feet in. Inner hip width distance apart. We're going to test out those balancing drills again, balancing on a single leg. So lift your left leg up. Keep your gaze forward. Then shift your gaze over to the right. Move your gaze over to the left. Shift your gaze up towards the sky. Shift your gaze down. Notice if you found any difference. Maybe you try your rotation again and see if you've gained greater mobility or greater strength in your desired movement. Maybe you check your shoulder flexion. And we tested that balance on our single leg with the right leg. Now we're going to test it out on the left leg. So lift your right leg up to any height that's comfortable for you. Gaze forward. Shift your gaze over to the right. Move your gaze over to the left. Move your gaze up towards the sky. And move your gaze down. Lower your right foot down to meet the left. Notice how much more stable and grounded your feet feel in those balancing movements. So we're going to apply this in flow and be a little bit more exploratory, because normally in our practice, our eyes and our head are looking forward or they're looking down in front of us. But what happens when we test the movement of our head and eyes by really getting the eye mobility in the mix? So we're going to do that with the Awakening Yoga Surya Namaskar B. Inhale to reach your arms up high towards the sky. Exhale, hinge from your hips, fold. Halfway lift, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. On your exhale, step your left foot back, step your right foot back. Downward facing dog. Inhale to lift the heels, bend the legs. Bottom of your exhale, spinal wave forward into high plank pose. Look forward. On one long exhale, take a chaturanga push-up. Drop knees, followed by the forearms, look forward. Inhale, pulls your way through, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Bend your right leg, step your right foot to right thumb. Inhale, rise, double bent leg lunge. Exhale, straighten that left leg to the best of your ability. Don't let your pelvis move with that leg. It's not going to go very far. Inhale, hands meet at heart center. As you shift your weight forward into crouching warrior, look at that balance. Exhale, straighten that right leg, traditional warrior. Bend your right leg, left foot lands at the very back of the mat, high crescent lunge. Thumbs to the base of the neck. Inhale, reach back, eyes look up. Plant the palms, three-legged dog, the right leg lifts. Look forward, bend the arms. Inhale, pulls your way through upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Bend your left leg. Step your left foot to left thumb. Inhale, rise, double bent leg lunge. Exhale, straighten through that right leg. Inhale, hands meet at heart center as you shift your weight forward into crouching warrior. Exhale, straighten through that left leg. Bend your left leg, right foot finds a home at the very back of the mat, high crescent lunge. Thumbs to the base of the skull. Inhale, reach back, look up. Plant the palms, three-legged dog. Your left leg lifts, look forward. Inhale, pulls your way through, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. So I want you to turn your gaze over to the right. Inhale, reach your right leg up high towards the sky. Time to be exploratory in our practice. Bend your right leg. Step your right foot to right thumb. Keeping your gaze to the right, inhale, rise, double bent leg lunge. Exhale, straighten that left leg. Inhale, hands meet at heart center. Shift your weight forward into crouching warrior, keeping your gaze over to the right. Exhale, straighten that right leg. Bend your right leg. Left foot finds a home at the very back of the mat. High crescent lunge. Thumbs to the base of the neck. Inhale, reach back. Plant the palms. Keep looking to the right. Three-legged dog. The right leg lifts. Inhale, pulls your way through upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment here to breathe. And notice what shifts as you change and challenge your gaze. Inhale, your left leg lifts. This time we're going to keep our gaze over to the right. Bend your left leg. Step your left foot to the outside of left thumb. Inhale, rise, double bent leg lunge. Exhale, straighten that right leg. Inhale, hands meet at heart center as you shift your weight forward into crouching warrior. Exhale, straighten that left leg. Focus on your balance. Inhale, bend through that left leg as the right foot finds a home at the very back of the mat. High crescent lunge. Thumbs to the base of the neck. Inhale, reach back. Plant the palms, three-legged dog. The left leg lifts. Inhale, pulls your way through upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. This time we're going to shift our gaze over to the left. Really challenging our balance, challenging our interoception. The eyes are going to map our way. Whenever you're ready, inhale, right leg lifts. Keep your gaze over to the left. Bend your right leg. Step your right foot to right thumb. Inhale, rise, double bent leg lunge. Exhale, straighten through that left leg. Inhale, hands meet at heart center as you shift your weight forward into crouching warrior. Exhale, straighten through that right leg. Bend that right leg as the left foot finds a home at the very back of the mat. High crescent lunge. Thumbs to the base of the skull. Inhale, reach back. Plant the palms, keep looking to the left. Three-legged dog, that right leg lifts. Inhale, pulls your way into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. The body's mechanics change based on the way and where your head is turned. So this is really good practice for balance training. This time we're going to use the same gaze to the left on the left side of the body. Inhale, left leg lifts. Bend your left leg. Step your left foot to left thumb. Inhale, rise, double bent leg lunge. Exhale, straighten through that right leg. Inhale, hands meet at heart center as you shift your weight forward into crouching warrior. Exhale to straighten through that left leg. Inhale, bend through that left leg as the right foot finds a home at the very back of the mat. High crescent lunge. Thumbs to the base of the skull. Inhale, reach back. Plant the palms, three-legged dog, that left leg lifts. Inhale, pulls your way through upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Goodness gracious, beautiful, beautiful work. Now go ahead and lower your knees down onto the earth and walk your hands towards your hips. Our final visual drill of the day is going to be a visual reset. And what we're going to do is we're going to give our eyes a break. And sometimes that's all you need to build your mobility and your strength, is to give your eyes a little visual reset. So find yourself in a comfortable seated position. And if you notice, you might be sweating like I am, because challenging your gaze can get a lot of great benefits just simply by moving your eyes and their eye sockets. Because what tends to happen on a day-to-day basis is that our eyes are just too forward from our computer screens, from our phones, from our general modern lifestyles. So it's really important to let your eyes and your head move to challenge your vestibular system. Put more vision drills into your practice, because that's going to translate and support your movement for tomorrow. So beginning our visual reset, I want you to take the palms of your hands, and I want you to place your hands over the eyes, just gently, to the point where you cannot see any light coming through. Close your eyes. And I want you to focus on breathing slow. Don't let any kind of light come through. I want you to embrace the darkness. And we're going to be here for about 2 full minutes. Now, this very simple visual reset can improve your mobility and strength output within a minute. It's incredible. Focus on your breath. Slow inhales and slow exhales. Making sure your eyes are closed. Giving your eyes a nice reset from all that screen time. And then whenever you're ready, lower your hands down. And just notice how you feel. And you can test how this worked out for you by coming into flexion. You could test your rotation. You could test any desired movement of your choice. Because as I said at the very beginning of this practice, sensory before motor. You test it out, and you apply the sensory stimuli. In that case, it was blocking the eyes from any outside light and embracing the darkness. And the motor would be the desired movement that you wish to improve upon. So feel free to take a Shavasana or to continue whatever movement practice of your heart's desire. You are well prepared for whatever movement practice that is. Remember to always incorporate your eyes in whatever training you are doing. If this practice spoke to you, please drop a comment below. I would love to hear from you. And please like and subscribe to the page to support the channel. That would be deeply appreciated. Thank you for flowing with me wherever in the world you may be. I appreciate you.